Hello, my name is Matt. Welcome to Unbearable 73. So, 2 days ago, Salty called an all hands on deck sort of live stream to discuss a horrible bit of casting news for Amazon's fanfiction episode at Wheel of Time for season 2. They cast Aviendha. Rafe Judkins, yes, has miscast Aviendha. This is a follow up to discuss something interesting that John Trent over on Bounty in the Comics brought up relative to this and another bit of miscasting, and the general topic of wokeism infecting fandoms. So 2 days ago, which would have been April 22nd if you're watching this video after April 24th, which one I'm taping it. So it's my age, right? Recording. Salty Texas, he had a live stream where we discussed the casting of Ayoola Smart as Aviendha in Amazon's Wheel of Time fanfiction. I have linked to that below. Now, I'm sure Ayoola Smart is a capable actress. I have never seen anything that she's been in, but some Google Foo shows that she does well in her roles. So to keep this first part short, you can watch Salty's live stream link below. Let's establish why it's bad to cast an actress in that role. Aviendha is a female character from the Tirad Aiel. She has red hair and a pale complexion. The Aiel are a distinct ethnic group. Jordan created them from a hodgepodge of tribal cultures, including but not limited to the Apache, the Zulu, Celtic tribes, and he added in elements of pre-modern Japanese culture. There are 12 tribes of Aiel and one unnamed tribe which kind of calls back to the 12 tribes of Israel. The concept of clans and septs are drawn from Celtic tribalism. Jordan stated that he was interested in placing Celtic cultures in a desert setting. Jordan also had the Aiel looking Celtic in appearance, red hair, pale complexion. That means predominantly redheads with pale skin tone base. I'll say it one more time. Red-haired, pale complexion. I'm not going to rehash the arguments over the ethnic and race swapping in Amazon's Wheel of Time, other than to say, in their haste to race swap the characters, they failed to do it logically and instead just did it badly. Spoilers, but Rand is an Aiel. He's supposed to look like one, and Rand has reddish hair, and he has pale complexion. Jordan spent a lot of time constructing his world with every detail mattering. Before deconstructing a masterwork to make pathetic ideology-based fanfiction, they should perhaps think some more, maybe come to a better conclusion, as in maybe don't do it or don't screw it up. Now on to the articles. And call them up so you can see what I'm looking at. Sorry about this. There we go. Nope. Is that it? There we go. Okay. So the first article, which is linked below, this is the one that was brought up on Salty's live stream. All right, so I'm not going to rehash that. You can read through it. The second one was a follow-up to that, which kind of spurred part of my video. Again, linked below. And the third one, from the same writer, Trent Green, over on Bounty in the Comics. Okay? So just to give you, they're all linked below, and I will talk about them now. So, shortly after Salty's live stream, I found the article on Bounty in the Comics, which discussed the fact that casting Ayoola Smart as Aviendha violates Amazon's own casting rules. Amazon has a policy, the Amazon Studios Inclusion Policy, that states roughly casting actors whose identity, which refers to gender identity, nationality, racial ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability, you must cast them to align with the character they were playing, and that's a goal that they have. Not an absolute rule, but a goal. To be honest, though, I think they're covered by a technicality. There's another casting announced, by the way, which relates to what I'm about to say. A character who is only mentioned once in the book, but she's been cast in a role with the sign of doing the same thing they did with Ayoola Smart as Aviendha. The character is Jessica Celiak. I know I'm messing it up. She's been cast with an ethnic Chinese actress, Katie Lung. And Katie Lung seems like a decent actress from other stuff I've seen her in. She played Cho Chang, I think the character's name, in Harry Potter, the Harry Potter film. People liked her in that. I've seen her in one or two other things I just thought was okay in. Okay? So, the name of the character, Jessica Celiak, is, I know, again, mispronouncing it, is Celtic in origin. Okay? You see, Mrs. Lung, while ethnically Chinese, is a native-born Scot, meaning her family came from China or Taiwan, one of the two, and settled in Scotland as she's a Scottish national citizen. And Ayoola Smart, while ethnically Nigerian, is a native-born Irish woman because our family went from Nigeria to Ireland and lived there when she was born. But placing these actresses in the role that the actual native-born ethnicities would be more appropriate to portray, they're deconstructing what it means to be Irish or Scottish. And I don't mean national. I don't mean your citizenship. I mean the ethnic heritage of the Irish and Scottish peoples, their Celtic ancestry. The same way everyone's ancestry should be celebrated. We all come from someplace, and they're good and bad with it. So you got to remember the bad stuff. You got to celebrate the good stuff. That's you don't want to lose the good stuff. There's a saying: "Don't throw the baby out with the bathwater." We want to keep everything about our past that's good and bring it together and share it with each other. That's one of the things that the America was founded on, the melting pot concept of, which came later, but the idea that people could come here, live their own life freely, and share together what they wanted to do. And America didn't start out perfect, but we improved over time. There's nothing wrong with moving to a new country, becoming a citizen, maybe embracing the ways of those there, while you bring your ethnic ways in to add to the whole. But when the ethnic ancestors of a country's people are the basis for something, you can't just substitute anyone in that specially designed role that's not connected to that sort of ancestry. Under certain circumstances, to be sure, if, like, say, some Japanese high school kids put on Romeo and Juliet, which is full of Italian characters, then yeah, you're going to have an old Japanese cast, and I think everyone will be fine with that. In a more idealized world, I don't care if there's an actor that portrays someone of this ethnicity, so long as it does not make me break suspension of disbelief for the most part. You just either have to set up in continuity, like maybe that character was adopted or is an alien, or set up via audience expectations. But we no longer have the luxury of that idealized world. Now we live in a world assaulted by Marxist deconstruction via means of intersectional politics and wokeism. Finally, we have another article on Bounty in Comics where Matthew Marsden, that's the article that's right in front of you right now, who played Jack Reacher in the excellent adaptation of the Reacher books, which surprisingly was Amazon. Although I need to point out, Lee Childs, who is the author who created Reacher, is also the executive producer of that adaptation. And I do have a review of Reacher, which, if you're interested in looking it up, I'll put that down below because everyone should watch Reacher. It's a great show. Marsden warns us that despite the massive losses which Netflix and other streaming services and studios have seen, most of which are clearly due to the left-wing economics and ideologies controlling the producers of those products, as well as some of the environments they get broadcast in, there are too many entrenched people with those beliefs who will continue to push forward with their ideological-driven pursuits. The article further provides some information about the scale of economic loss, but I would like to say a couple more things about the issue itself, not so much the economics per se. First off, it is no longer a case of live and let live. These Marxists want to deconstruct and erase various parts of existing ethnicities for several reasons. They need to break the existing power structure so that they can offer or impose a replacement. They need to gain the revenues that the entertainment provides. They need to use that the entertainment means to spread their message. The term "get woke, go broke" has proved prophetic, but don't forget they're not going to stop. They won't quit. They won't give up. Just a quarter of bad stock losses and lower than expected revenue and so on is not a victory against wokeism. Don't let up. Buy original media. Don't pay for the streaming services until these corporations and the Marxists who infect them are stopped from using their profits to force people to comply with their ideology. Things like people who disagree with the politics, losing their checking accounts, which has happened before, losing credit card access, which you need nowadays. Second, it's going to get worse before it gets better. You all heard that statement before. Well, this hire is a case of it getting worse before it gets better. This is not about the actress. It's about the person who hired her and the role she was hired for. There are plenty of roles in the series she could have played. Finally, don't give up hope. Yes, Wheel of Time is dead for this generation as an adaptation. Admittedly, some of us might not live long enough to see a good adaptation of it. Yes, Amazon Rings of Power fanfiction is going to be an atomic bomb in terms of an attack on a fandom, but you just have to keep pushing forward, support the projects that are good because they're out there. Reacher, Superman and Lois, Warrior, if they ever get to season 3, Yellowstone, just to name several from the last couple of years. Turn your anger at what has been done to your fandom, not into apathy, but rather into positive energy directed at another fandom that's being done right. Being apathetic and angry has never solved anything except for the need to make a problem worse. Let's be better, find something you enjoy and go out and support it. That's how we end this. Thank you. Comment down below if you have any questions for me or about this video. Please share your thoughts. Share this video if you enjoyed it. Like if you like. Dislike if you dislike. Subscribe if you want to hear more from me. My name is Matt. This has been Unbearable 73. Have a nice day. I am out of here.